Hi guys, I'm trainer Amy Jo with Athlean-XX for Women, and today we're going to discuss safe ab exercises if you have back problems. Okay, so the very first exercise that we want to discuss is crunches for the abs. As we know, a lot of back problems can come from doing crunches wrong or abdominal work not with proper form, or maybe you just have chronic back issues from everyday life or an injury that you've had. So one of the most effective ways is to elevate the feet for crunches. So placing your heels on a step or raising them up can help push the back flat into the pad, because the biggest problem is when you're raising that low back up and trying to crunch. So it's not even allowing you to work your abdominals properly. You're using your hip flexors, which is pulling on the middle of your spine. So elevating the feet automatically pushes that back flat, and then you can perform crunches right here. So let's do 15, keeping the feet elevated, or you can go tuck them in here. Usually this works a little bit more effectively because it allows your feet to relax and force the back into the pad. So we'll do 15 crunches here, pushing the back into the pad. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Excellent, good. And then the other one is when your knees are up, already your back is flat right here in this position, or should be. So work on that right here, is maintaining back flat against the pad. And then you're going to lift up. So from this position right here, not lowering any further, you're driving up and then back down. So I'm in a perfect L shape right here. Knees are right above my hips, and then I raise up and then back down. So contracting the abs at the top. And we'll do 15 of these, 12, 11, and I'm not lowering any further from here down. This is my start. This is my finish. 8, 7, 6, 5. It keeps the focus on the core. 4, and doesn't put my back in a vulnerable position. 3, up and squeeze. 2, last one. Great, nice job. So the next one I want to move into is ball crunches. The stability ball is an extra piece of equipment that can really support the low back, and you can make it harder by adding some weight to it if you prefer. So rolling forward, make sure the low back is right cupped into the ball. So you can go no weight at all, or you can use a medicine ball here. We'll do 15. On each exercise, you really don't need to go more than 20, 25 for it to be really efficient. If you're doing multiple ab exercises, that is. Unless you're doing a 100 crunch challenge or something crazy like that. We've been known to do it. 5 more here, up and squeeze. So I'm pushing my low back into the ball. Once again, this helps support the low back, the mid back, and reduces vulnerability on the spine. 5 more. 5, and to add intensity, you can press. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Great. Okay, and then the very last, well, 2 more, but the last one is going to be a technique. So this one is a high plank. Sometimes the low plank can not give you as much of a foundation for the abs, and so your low back starts to sink in down here. The high plank allows you to be a little bit stronger and take some of the force into the arms, and you can hold it by starting here. So if planks are difficult for you or you're feeling it in your back, begin with a high plank first. Feet together is going to be a little more difficult. Feet wide gives you a wider stance and supports the back more as well. So you can, same thing, holding. You can just hold 30 seconds or as long as you can, keeping not the butt up too high not the butt too low. Tuck it in right here, and you can hold 30 seconds. And then you can go back around through all out those exercises. Once again though, if anything hurts, don't do it. It's not worth it. So find positioning, find ways to make sure that you shorten the range of motion and that you're targeting the core without injuring your back more. So one other exercise, the very last thing, is that more of a technique than anything. When you're driving, when you're at your desk, you can do what we call the vacuum exercise. And that's when you're tightening, pulling in the stomach, counting 10 seconds to 15 seconds, and you're doing that 4-5 rounds. So it's vacuuming in, holding, holding. You can keep breathing while you're pulling in, and that's working that transverse muscle, which is underneath the rectus abdominis, the six-pack, and then you release it. Then you're doing it again, pulling it in, vacuuming it in, pulling those abs in as tight as you can, hold it, and release it. Do 4 to 5 sets of those, 15 seconds. I do them while I'm driving. I do them at work. If I'm doing some computer work, it's a great time just to hold it in. You're watching TV at night. It's a great way to train your abdominals because you get more of that mental mind-muscle connection the more you're training a muscle group. Try those. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you guys feel on these ones. Back problems are going to happen. Injuries are going to happen. So make sure you're protecting yourself and your body so you can continue and have longevity in fitness. All right, thanks for joining me. I'm Amy Jo. We'll see you next time.